Welcome back to 556 Media. We are not in the shop, but we are going to go over what are the top 5 firearms that I used to own that I got rid of and regret to this day. Let's get into it. So again, the top 5 firearms that I used to own and wish I never got rid of. The photos of the firearms that are used here are not the actual photos of the guns I owned. There's a couple of them in this picture, but the quality sucks. So the photos I am putting on here are for reference purposes only, so deal with it. All right, number 1, the Smith & Wesson model 4516-1. It's an old school 45 ACP semi-auto pistol. I purchased it from another cop way back in the day. It was a mid-size, heavy when loaded, but concealable. I qualified with this pistol and carried it off duty many, many times, but I eventually sold it back to the original owner. Delving right back into the Smith & Wesson series pistols, the 6906. This old school Smith & Wesson 9mm was a popular police issue in the state where I began my law enforcement career. It was one of the first, if not the first, statewide 9mm pistol to replace revolvers there. My agency eventually chose a Glock 22 and 40 Smith & Wesson caliber to replace our .357 Magnum revolvers. I picked up my 6906 from a neighboring agency when they transitioned to another pistol platform. Yes, my SIG P229, originally chambered in .357 SIG. I had the conversion parts to make it a 40 Smith & Wesson caliber, so I did. SIG is known for its smooth as butter recoil and feeding, much like the Beretta 92 series, and it was awesome. Although slightly larger and bulkier than other concealed carry pistols I owned and carried off duty, it functioned well. In 4th place on my list is my old Colt AR-6450 carbine, chambered in 9mm. This was my duty long gun at the time. This is going way back to my SWAT days back in the early to mid-90s. Remember when they used to say that rifle rounds 223, 556 were too powerful for use indoors for tactical teams? Well, anyway, I switched to this. I qualified with it and carried it on duty for a while. I ended up trading it in years later on a rifle caliber, 556 caliber carbine. Finally, there is no number 5 to make this list yet. We'll see what time tells of this story. List your dreaded gun losses in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing.